It's week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9?
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and he will bring it back. Interception return for the Lions. Touchdown.
It goes without saying, but
you say 10:30, I hit you at 10:28.
That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there.
Bro, man,
he
you
didn't
know
have
what,
very
man?
far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after here coming up.
The extra point.
Yeah.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Said be back around 10:30, because I asked him. I was like, what time can you play? You said 10:30. Okay.
They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25 yards.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pick up there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw here. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, blitzers to get there.
That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
I guess I need to clarify. I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's got room. And down inside the 15 he goes. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
At the 4-yard line.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little.
And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
Computer don't play, son.
Some of the best. They're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very...
He's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were involved all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
At the 35-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, my God.
Recovered by the
Points Steps 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so you've got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a time of possession the way that the old school guys did, but there's still a place for it. I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
After 1, 17-7 is our score.
Lions 7.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking deep for Jennings. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, 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 and that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the 2nd quarter. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The throw over the middle taken in. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe
he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the 2nd quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job. There's 2 sides to that.
Yeah, man, you can't
You
get
have to
shit
give them
going.
credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact.
You can go for it 4th and 2, right?
The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way. So they
dudes are just fucking teleporting around the fucking
territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to have a 1st down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tackle made at
Zach Bond there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun, it's Wentz. His throw at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip him inside the 5-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Here's Swift. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. 2nd quarter here. He has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there was going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit
That
more as the
little
game
motherfucker
goes on.
fast as fuck.
So far, just the single catch. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll throw now on the final play. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
On the play. Brings up third down and
from the gun on third down. Wentz will find Aguero complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And the Lions are going to have a first and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knocking on the door. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the third. And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Oh, come on.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he'll be taken down,
Bro,
but not
8
before
tackles.
they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The decision to scramble almost got him the first, just short 9 yards, and it brings up 4th and inches. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
49-yard line.
It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Ford Field. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. And he stopped immediately there.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 21. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible.
Look at this. They get the turnover, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
At the 33-yard line.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And down inside the 15 he goes.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Ah, shit.
Crusher there as it's intercepted. Johnson. He'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They try again with Cohen. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He may try and run for this. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw